Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Segaby Flamjing playing the Tier 10 US battleship Montana. Matchmaking, not too bad. Got a CV on either side. The only real standout, as far as I'm concerned, in the matchmaking is the enemy team has a Neptune, and if that Neptune player knows really well how to play the ship, it can be very effective. But because it's not very maneuverable and has tissue paper for armor, and it's basically a giant floating citadel, if the player is not familiar with and able to take advantage of the strengths of the ship while mitigating the weaknesses, it's often one of, if not the first. Segaby testing out the horn. One of, if not the first ship to be sunk. Now, it remains to be seen how this will turn out. I really like the Montana. I think it's very fun to play. I'm not a BB main, I am a DD main, although I have played pretty much everything, except for CVs since the rework. I'm just not crazy about the play style myself. It's not that I never will. I mean, eventually I'll probably finish off all the few remaining tech tree ship type things that I'm working on. CV gets spotted, he's not moving, long range shot, probably going to bounce a lot of shells. I'm going to go in here. This is a bug that was introduced with 10.5. See, these things just, they won't stay checked. I have to reset them each time I run a replay. So now you get more information. Yep, one overpen, 3 ricochets, and 1 torpedo belt hit on the Immelman. So land 5 shells in a Montana and do 1350 damage. So back to the Montana. It is power crept a bit, but you know, a lot of ships are. I guess you could make an argument any of the ships that were introduced a long time ago are. In fact, I had a game in Yamato yesterday, day before. I forgot how fun it is to play that ship, but it's a very different play style. Island picks up a couple of those shells, but now I think Immelman's turning out. I think these are going to fall short. Benson is in the A-cap. Kitakaze's picked up the Bravo cap. Kleber is in position to secure Charlie. You can see the Reds have a lot of ships at this point, kind of centered north of Bravo and Charlie. And it looks like the majority of them are headed for those islands north of Charlie, which is kind of a waste of resources. That's really going to hurt the North Carolina. You can see he's not flat broadside, but it's enough to do that. So North Carolina is probably going to get focused at this point. There's a Roma here that'll be helping out. The FDR looks like he's going to be sending planes this way. And while North Carolina has decent AA, no, he must be burning North Carolina. He's got a heel trying to counteract it. Torpedoes on the way. It looks like Segaby's going to eat 2 of those. Hopefully he won't flood. We'll see. Yep, no flooding. That's good. Trying to get a shot on North Carolina to fish. I have a feeling that DD is going to poke out here and try and get torps on him. There's the DD. So, shoot at the DD? Yeah, shoot at the DD. Nice. All overpens. 7 overpens, but a lot of damage. Of course, North Carolina's guns are no joke, and he does get off a volley for big damage on Segaby before he gets sunk. That was a terrible drop from Mr. Shimmy. None of those torpedoes are going to land. Seattle now trying to get Segaby burning. Now, Mr. Shimmy beat him to it. The ship is on fire. So Segaby's going to burn a while since he did repair. What did he lose? His steering when the torpedoes hit. Segaby trades a little paint with the Roma. Of course, no damage anymore. Not really a fan of that, but occasionally that's a good thing. Mr. Shimmy, fortunately, continues to shoot at the same spot. Seattle's trying to get a second fire started. It looks like Segaby is running the commander skill to allow only 3 fires. Oof, nice shot from Lepanto over the island. Here come the skip bombs from the Immelman. Good guys have secured Bravo and Charlie. The Reds are they're all just kind of bunched up north of Charlie. This is looking really bad for the Reds at this point. And Segaby is, well, he's a minute and 10 seconds away from another heal. As long as he stays angled, I don't think Lepanto has much chance of sinking him. Mr. Shimmy is a threat, but Kitakaze is dealing with that right now. Ooh, nice. Kitakaze detonates Mr. Shimmy. I'm really not a fan of the detonation game mechanic, but Wargaming didn't ask me. Either way, that's good for the good guys. And that removes what I consider the only really legitimate threat on this side to Segaby. He's 32 seconds away from a heal. He can push out here as long as he stays angled. Lepanto won't be able to do critical damage to him, at least not immediately. And the closer he gets to that island on the left side of your screen there, the harder it is for Seattle to get shells over it. You can tell Seattle was moving to try to get to the low point of the island to try and lob shells over it. But the closer Segaby gets to it, oh yeah, that was a nice shot, the harder it is for Seattle. And the Seattle, he's almost certainly going to start running if he's smart. He's got a Roma and a Montana pushing him. I think the gap in those torpedoes is going to allow Lepanto to get away. Just a question of whether Lepanto is going to try and cross toward the rest of his team and let's fall to the side, or turn around and try and help the Seattle. I'm guessing he's going to turn around. We'll see. You can see the enemy Neptune. Enemy Neptune is pushing. Yeah, we're going to have some horn play here. Enemy Neptune's pushing north of Bravo. Keep an eye on the scoreboard. 649 points to 195. Good guys sink another ship, or maybe 2. Yeah, these guys are leaning on the horn. Kleber takes out the enemy Daring. Yamato takes out the friendly Georgia. Neptune is positioning to be able to get guns, I'm guessing, on Colbert. But I have a feeling if Segaby keeps going the way he's going, Neptune's going to move more center, smoke up and try and put shells on him. We'll see how it goes. But Neptune doesn't want to square off with Kitakaze and Colbert. I'm expecting him to smoke up before too much longer. Immelman's bringing in some more skip bombers. Ooh, that really hurt. Nice shot, Segaby. And way to look for the opportunity. You know, I love to see that. Sometimes you hold your fire looking for a better shot. Segaby did there, and it really paid off. Good guys have 703 points to 190 now. All 3 caps in the good guys' pocket. That's going to fall to the side. Yep, there's a Neptune beginning to get shells now on Segaby.
Problem solved, sir.
I think Roma's probably going to be able to finish Lepanto. Looks like Siegfried is sending shells towards Seattle. Yeah, down goes Lepanto to Roma's guns. This is going to really be bad for Seattle. He's almost full broadside now. Yeah, that's it for Seattle. Great shot, Segaby. Man, you're really putting some shots on target here. That's 5 Citadels, 45 shells on target, 23 aircraft shot down, 3 decaps, 1 cap assist, a couple of secondary hits. a really solid game. But this is going to be over really fast here, so I think at this point we should probably expect it could end any second. And as expected, Neptune is just raining shells trying to finish Segaby. So I will say Segaby, great game. Thanks for sending this. Not a real long game, which is always nice. I'll see you next time.